Good afternoon students, I am Shomajit sir. Today I am here to deliver my lecture on topic mitochondria. This is from the chapter cell. So watch the entire video lecture to gain basics out of it. Stay at home, stay safe. So without any delay, let's start with the topic mitochondria. So let's start. See, I have given the diagram of mitochondria as well as the labeling. So let's proceed and see the structures in detail. See, mitochondria was first seen by Colliker in 1850 in muscles and called them as sarcosomes. Clear? Then Fleming in 1882 described these organelles as phyla or philia. Next, Altman in 1890 observed this structure and named it as bioblast. Clear? Next, Benda in 1898 stained these organelles with crystal violet color, clear, and renamed them as mitochondria. So Benda in 1898 stained this with crystal violet color and named it as mitochondria. Then Michaels in 1900 used Janus green bee as a vital stain to observe mitochondria in living cells. So what's the definition of mitochondria? We'll talk that mitochondria is also called semi-autonomous cell organelle. Why? I'll come clear. Next, the definition of mitochondria. See, the lipoproteinous double membrane spherical, oval or thread-like cell organelle of eukaryotic cells which are present in the cell cytoplasm and participate in energy production in the cell are known as mitochondria. So these mitochondria are double membrane structure. They are present in eukaryotic cell. Their function is energy production, that is ATP production. ATP means adenosine triphosphate. Without energy, the cell cannot perform its activity. Clear? So as I have said earlier, Benda in 1898 named it as mitochondria. Now the shape of mitochondria. Mitochondria may be spherical, oval, rod-like or thread-like in shape. Clear? Now see, it is also variable in shape and ranges from short rod shape to elongated filamentous form. The size of mitochondria is also variable. It generally measures from about 0.5 to 2 micrometer in diameter. Clear? And the average length is 3 to 4 micrometer. And the number varies from one cell type to another. Clear? And see, mitochondria is a cell organelle, isn't it? So it is not found in prokaryotic cell, it is found in eukaryotic cell. Since we know that prokaryotic cell doesn't have a cell organelle. So this is a structure of mitochondria. Now see, mitochondria are double membrane structure. Clear? Outer membrane and inner membrane. So we'll come that inner membrane are infolding. Clear? There are numerous infoldings are found in the inner membrane that forms finger-like structure called cristae will come, and here DNA, ribosomes, these all are present. Now see alter structure. A mitochondria is enclosed by double membrane envelope composed of lipid and protein. The two membranes are separated by a narrow fluid-filled space called outer compartment. The outer membrane is smooth and is more permeable to small molecules. It contains some enzyme but is poorer in protein. Clear? And the inner membrane surrounds a central cavity or matrix or inner compartment filled with a fluid. Folds of inner wall of mitochondria is called cristae. So there are outer and inner membrane. Outer membrane is straight. Clear? It doesn't have any invaginations or infolding, but the inner membrane are invaginates. Clear? Into a finger-like structures called cristae. Crista is a plural form and cristae is a singular form. Now the inner membrane, see, the inner membrane is a site for electron transport chain across which the proton pump occurs and contain ATP synthesis. Clear? So here ATP synthase is there, that is an enzyme for the production of ATP. Clear? So you see ASE, enzyme that ends with that means suffix enzyme containing at last ASE are enzyme. So any word having ASE, we called it as enzyme. So in a word there is a prefix and suffix. So suffix, that means after, means at the end of the word the last three is AAC, so it's an enzyme. The inner membrane is enfolded, I have said, is crystal. So chemical composition, see, mitochondria consists of protein and lipid. Here 70% protein are there and lipid are 20 to 30%, 25 to 30%, clear? So protein are 70% and lipids are 25 to 30%. And mitochondria contain 0.5% of RNA and traces of DNA in it. Mitochondrial DNA comprises of about 1% of total cell DNA, clear? And mitochondria contains enzymes for oxidation, phosphorylation and electron transfer. So we know that mitochondria contains its own DNA and ribosome, clear? So it has its own DNA and ribosome, so it does not depend on any other cell organelle. That's why it is called as semi-autonomous cell organelle. Welcome that mitochondria is also a semi-autonomous cell organelle, and chloroplast, clear, is also a semi-autonomous cell organelle. Chloroplast is a part of, that means a part of plastids. Plastids are of three kinds: chloroplast, chromoplast and leucoplast. We'll see this in the chloroplast topic. So mitochondria is a semi-autonomous cell organelle, clear, because it has its own DNA and ribosome. So ribosome function is protein synthesis, isn't it? And they are able to regenerate themselves without the whole cell undergoing division. And the size and shape depends on what? The cell function. Now the functions of mitochondria, it helps in ATP synthesis. What is the full form of ATP? Adenosine triphosphate. Next point, it controls the metabolism of fat. Third point, it supplies energy in cellular metabolic functions. Fourth point, it controls Krebs cycle during respiration, clear? So diagrams are given, see mitochondria. So these are your homeworks. Define mitochondria, draw and label the structure of mitochondria, write three functions of mitochondria, write the full form of ATP and ADP. ADP is adenosine diphosphate, clear? What is cristae? Why mitochondria is known as semi-autonomous cell organelle? All the answers are given in my video lectures. You follow it, you'll get it, clear? Thank you, student. This is all about the entire video lecture of mitochondria. Hope you have liked this video lecture. Watch the entire video lecture to get basics out of it. Stay at home and stay safe. I am Shomjit sir, signing off for today, and again we'll meet in the next class. Thank you, students.